Welcome everyone, welcome to Cloud OnAir. My name is Gonzalo Ruiz. I am EMEA Customer Engineering Manager. I help our largest, most strategic enterprise customers to fully realize the benefits of Google Cloud.
And my name is Jesper Sleiman. I am Digital Transformation Officer for SAP at Northern Europe, responsible for innovation and helping our clients adopt innovation at scale.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for joining us today. We are going to talk about SAP and Google Cloud. This is actually a very hot topic. We actually have more than 1,000 registrations, so it's great to have you all here. As you know, it's going to be a very packed day. We are going to have two sessions. The first one, we are going to talk about how you can realize business benefits by leveraging Google Cloud and SAP. And in the second one, we are going to talk about how to actually make it happen, the best practices that we've learned from our existing engagements. But before we do that, Jesper, if you don't mind, as an SAP transformation lead, what do you think about this Google Cloud and SAP partnership?
Well, first of all, thanks so much for having me here, Gonzalo. So I think what really gets me excited about these partnerships is truly the complementary nature of two companies market leading at the core competencies working together to build the intelligent enterprise. You have the business process understanding and the enterprise grade of SAP with the market leading machine learning capabilities and industry grade scalable cloud infrastructure options from Google working together to create truly an intelligent enterprise. That gets me pretty excited. In specific, what I like is that there's many ways that customers can derive value from this partnership, but in particular, three key topics within intelligence, agility, and security. So just to come with a few examples of that and make it specific, within intelligence, what we're jointly doing here is actually creating joint products. So we're combining the machine learning capabilities of Google with the Leonardo machine learning on the SAP cloud platform to create best-in-class offerings for our clients. For the agility part, we're basically enabling our clients to unlock their data using SAP Cloud Platform running on Google Cloud Platform to really build new applications and extend current applications with intelligence. And finally, I think we're tackling one of the big challenges in this world today, namely trust, in the sense of creating a security around your data in the cloud with a joint product called SAP Data Custodian on Google Cloud Platform.
Yeah, that's great, thank you.
So, Gonzalo, if I'm an SAP client, why should I be excited about working with Google as a technology partner?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think we'd like to highlight 4 key points. First and foremost, what we hear from SAP customers is that they love what you provide to them, right? The enterprise knowledge, the credibility around business process automation. But we also hear that they would like to start realizing those benefits as quickly as possible. And I think Google Cloud infrastructure provides the building blocks to do exactly that. The ability to deploy SAP in a matter of minutes and fully automate that process. I think that's a major advantage that customers love about this partnership. Then as you do so, what we also hear is that as you embrace the Google Cloud Platform or any cloud platform, cybersecurity is a key concern, not only for CIOs, but actually for CEOs. And I think Google Cloud Platform provides state-of-the-art capabilities in this space. You've mentioned one of them, which I love, which is Data Custodian, right? But it's just one example of multiple. Now, the third point is around, again, the partnership of both engineering teams working together and having integration between products. For instance, the integration that we provide between Google Apps and also SAP applications. The fact that you can export data from SAP into Google Sheets, right? And have information workers realizing value from the data in the way they know and love. And the last one, I guess, is what you've touched on, right? The building blocks to actually accelerate innovation and to tackle the digital transformation challenges, right? By using data, by using machine learning.
Yeah, what I really like is that both companies truly are at engineering companies at their core. So maybe when we talk about these options, could you give us an example of where the Google and SAP partnerships could have an immediate or more dramatic effect for clients?
Yeah, definitely. So I think, as we've mentioned, digital is happening across industries, right? Whether it's manufacturing, whether it's retail, whether it's banking, professional services. But if I may, let me specifically focus on retail. We all know that it's an industry that is under a lot of pressure, right? And we hear over and over again from customers what is it that they should do to actually embrace digitalization, right? And I think the combination of ACP Value Prop and Google Cloud is a great example, right? So think about this. Customers could leverage ACP portfolio of applications for retailers, whether it's hybrids, whether it's C/4HANA, whether it's ACP applications portfolio, right? Start leveraging the data feeds and data sets that you already have in the data ACP portfolio, like customer activity. On top of that, enrich that data with external data, with petabytes and data that they may host in our serverless data warehouse, BigQuery, and then get a 360 view of customer, right? A very interesting scenario. Not only that, as soon as you do so, you could start thinking about more advanced machine learning scenarios, like demand and supply forecast, like dynamic pricing, right? So I think retail is a great example. I think both companies really can help retailers to embrace that set of challenges.
Yeah, I agree. And even extending those knowledge applications into the mobile device with the SDK for Android.
Yeah, definitely. Good, Jesper. So we know that customers are facing a lot of conflicting priorities, right? They have so much to do. So in your mind, why customers should act now? Why they should prioritize this?
Well, for me, at the core of digital transformation, we have cycle time and speed, right?
Yeah.
The way to generate value with digital transformation is really to reduce the cycle time. Yeah. And I think this partnership boasts a lot of great offerings for our clients. It will definitely also continue to evolve with a lot of new options. And the sooner you get started, the better you will get acquainted and the faster you will learn the ways that you can innovate in your company and create impact at scale. So I think one way of doing this could be by reaching out either to Google or SAP for one-on-one meetings or workshops to explore or maybe assess your environment for cloud, or how we can make your business processes intelligent.
Yeah, definitely. And for all of those that are online, in the platform you will get a link, you will also get a survey. So we would love to hear from you and your scenarios. With that, Jesper, I just wanted to say huge thanks for being with us today. It's been great to have you.
Thank you. It was a great pleasure, Gonzalo.
Yeah, great. And for all of you, you know that it's going to be a packed agenda. Please stay with us. It's going to be great content. We are going to start with the first session, which is about how to realize the business benefits of ACP on Google Cloud Platform. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Welcome everyone, welcome to Cloud on Air. Today we are hosting this Cloud on Air event from London. Thank you very much for your time. It's great to have you here. Today we are going to talk about the unique partnership that Google and SAP have together and are bringing to the market. My name is Gonzalo Ruiz. I'm a EMEA Customer Engineering Manager. I work with the largest, most complex customers, enterprise customers of Google Cloud. Right. So we have a packed agenda. For those who don't know that much about the SAP and Google Cloud partnership, we'll drill down into the details of what that partnership means. We will also talk about the unique capabilities that Google and SAP together bring to you. And last but not least, we will also talk about the billing models that we offer in Google Cloud that allows you to achieve an industry-leading TCO to host your ACP infrastructure. With that, let's drill down into the three major pillars of this partnership. The foundation of everything, for those who don't know it, is the ability for you as an ACP customer to host your ACP applications on Google Cloud infrastructure building blocks. This also means that we are building together G Suite integrations between our G Suite applications and some of the ACP applications. So that's the foundations. That's the core of the partnership. But on top of that, we also have some very unique part of the partnership that are bringing interesting solutions. First and foremost is the close collaboration between the engineering teams. So we have Google engineering teams working alongside SAP engineering teams to build integrations between both platforms, to build solutions that you can benefit from. Some of those solutions focus on the key areas that our customers are interested in and on the strengths that both of organizations bring, like data analytics, like machine learning. Right, let's drill down again into some of those details. I've mentioned that with this partnership, we enable you as a SAP customer to host your SAP infrastructure on Google Cloud. That includes all the way down from your dev, test environments to also your production environments. So I really want to stress that point that Google Cloud is an enterprise cloud platform that allows you to host your mission-critical SAP systems. By doing that, you can leverage the benefits of our flexible global cloud infrastructure. So we've seen from our customers that doing that, you can achieve industry-leading TCOs and very cost-effective models. Right, what sort of solutions, SAP solutions, can you host on Google Cloud? As you can see from this slide, it's a very comprehensive list of solutions. That includes the business solutions from SAP for HANA, BW HANA, Business Suite, NetWeaver, Hybris, Business Objects, and many others. All that list is public for sure. You can go to Google Cloud website or to SAP website and have a look to all the services. Not only we support a very broad plethora of applications, but a very broad plethora of platforms. From databases, we support HANA, we support SQL Server, ASC, and DB2s. And also from all the way down to operating systems, Windows Server, SUSE Linux 11, SUSE Linux for SAP, and Red Hat are also supported. Right. So how are customers benefiting from this partnership? There are three major areas that we've seen customers focusing on. First and foremost, this is what we will typically call the first step. This is running your enterprise on Google Cloud infrastructure. This is running your SAP environments on Google Cloud infrastructure. All the applications that we've mentioned, from SAP HANA, Hybris, ECC, all the list that we've mentioned before. Now, as soon as you do so, as soon as you lift your infrastructure to Google Cloud, immediately you have access to a very broad plethora of services that allows you to get more value from your data. It also allows you to integrate your existing SAP data analytics infrastructure with Google Cloud Data Analytics services. We'll talk in more detail about what that means, but a fantastic example is how you can seamlessly integrate data that you might have in SAP HANA with a service like BigQuery. The other point, the third step of that partnership, will be once you have your infrastructure running, when you start leveraging the integrations between our platforms, you will be in a unique position to also innovate faster. You will be in a unique position to start leveraging some of the more advanced services that both SAP and Google Cloud offers, like around IoT, Internet of Things, or around like artificial intelligence and machine learning. So what does this mean for you as an SAP customer? Well, it means a couple of different things. As I said, it means that you will have the ability to innovate faster. It means that you will have the ability to have a more cost-effective infrastructure and then shift resources to drive innovation and to drive business agility. It also means that you can bring more flexibility to your business and adapt your infrastructure more quickly to your business needs. It also means that you can move away from a CapEx-based model in which you have to procure the hardware, you have to configure all the infrastructure before doing nothing, to a completely based OpEx model provided by Google Cloud infrastructure, in which you can try the services, pay only for what you use. As you get confident that this is the right platform, go big and scale. As we mentioned, we'll talk about more details, but Google Cloud provides a scalable platform. This allows you to build very highly scalable architectures to host your small, medium, and large ACP infrastructure. It also means that, again, bringing together the best of both worlds, bringing together the best of ACP data analytics and Google Cloud capabilities, you can analyze in a very cost-effective manner very large data sets. And we'll talk in more details about what that means. Now, all this is great, but I continuously hear from customers that security is paramount for them. They wouldn't look at any partner if they were not 100% sure that their data is going to remain secure. And Google Cloud is a leader in this space as well. We'll talk about some of these details. Right, why Google Cloud? Don't know how much you know about Google Cloud, but it's a very broad cloud platform. It allows you to do a very broad set of things. But we will typically talk about these 4 key areas. Our customers want to leverage our dynamic, elastic infrastructure. This is global cloud platform that allows you to go big into multiple regions. This will be lifting and shifting your infrastructure, wherever it is, to our software-defined data centers. By doing that, again, you have access to a software-defined platform that allows you to automate everything. It allows you to more flexible adjust your infrastructure based on your business demands. Second step will be modernizing your application modernization. Google is a leader in the application modernization space. We've been working together for quite a long time in this space with open source Kubernetes project. You may know that Kubernetes is almost an industry standard for hosting large-scale container-based applications. It's an open source project that has gathered a massive community behind it, supporting the project. And in Google Cloud, we also have what is called Google Kubernetes Engine, fully managed, fully automated service to host your Kubernetes environments. Again, most of our customers are happy with just shifting infrastructure to Google Cloud, but many others want to go beyond that. They want to embrace microservices architectures. They want to embrace DevOps practices. And in that space, Google also brings a fantastic value proposition. Now, third pillar. As you may know, Google is a leader in the open source space. Everything that we do in Google Cloud, we do it with open source mentality. We've talked about Kubernetes. You have Kubernetes as a fully managed service in Google Cloud. You also have TensorFlow. TensorFlow is an open source project that Google open source to build machine learning and deep learning models. That project is available to you to use wherever you want, but we also offer a fully managed service to train and serve large-scale TensorFlow models. Another fantastic example is what we do around data transformation. We offer a service called Dataflow, and that Dataflow service is based on a project, open source project called Apache Beam. So again, everything that we do, we really work hard to offer you an open cloud platform. Now, as you might know, Google's mission is to organize world's information and make it publicly accessible and useful to you. So you might have used Google Search in many occasions, right? We bring all those learnings for many, many years into our Google Cloud platform. So we also have a fantastic suite of data analytics and artificial intelligence services. We've talked about a global infrastructure, massive investment from Google Cloud. All these data centers are available to you today to use. If you're a global organization, if you are expanding into multiple regions, this is the perfect solution for you. Today, we have 17 regions available online for you to use across Europe, across the United States, America, across Asia. Not only that, we are continuously expanding. We've already announced 3 more regions that will soon become online. Another one in Europe, Zurich, to be more specific, and 2 more in Asia, Osaka and Hong Kong. I understand that most of you might be based in Europe, and we have a very strong presence in Europe. We just opened our data center in Finland. We have Netherlands, we have London, Frankfurt, Belgium, and soon Zurich. So again, Wherever your business is based, you can benefit from all these locations. Now, even better, in each of those regions, we have multiple zones. So as for today, we offer you 52 zones. Those zones allow you to build highly resilient and available applications. Now, this network of data centers will be pretty much useless if we hadn't invested, again, another massive amount of resources in our network. During our journey, we've built a state-of-the-art global network that you as a Google Cloud customer can benefit from. And it also serves our very large-scale businesses like YouTube, like Google Search, like Gmail, right? We have multiple undersea cables that we've deployed that we manage. We have more than 100 edge points of presence across more than 35 countries, and also more than 1,000 edge node locations. What this means to your business is fantastic performance that you can bring to your users. It means great reliability. It means fantastic economics for you to innovate and host your infrastructure. As you can imagine, this has not been an easy journey. We are learning as we continuously grow. In this journey, we've suffered all sorts of interesting anecdotes, like even sharks attacks. So we continuously learn in this space. Now, again, what this means to you as a business is unique reliability. It is not only Google who says that. There are many third-party analysts, there are many partners and customers that can talk about this. But this is a great example of coming from a tool, a company that Gartner acquired called Cloud Harmony. This tool continuously inspects and pings cloud services hosted in multiple infrastructures. And what you can see is that in terms of aggregated data from 2017, Google was by far the leader in terms of minutes of downtime. So of course, in this graph, lower numbers means better results for you as a business. How do we do that? Surely, the infrastructure is one big part of it. But we also have brought interesting innovations around how to manage the hyperscale massive cloud infrastructure. Another good example is what we call live migration, right? This is a technique that we use in our data centers that allow us to transparently move the virtual machines from one host to another in the case of a major event that requires intervention. And you as a customer don't even notice it. You as a customer don't get affected. The other very interesting fact is that by us doing that, we can offer you an industry-leading SLA in terms of availability. Another great example is the availability that we offer around compute, 4 nines SLA for every single VM that you create in Google Cloud. Now, let's drill down a little bit into some of the components of this platform, right? We'll talk about cloud platform, security, productivity for your information workers, data-driven insights, machine learning. Cloud platform. We've touched on the certifications that we've achieved around SAP HANA, around hosting Business Suite, NetWeaver, and also the roadmap to innovate and integrate with SAP Leonardo and IoT Cloud Platform. Now, let's drill down a little bit on the sizes of the SAP environments that you can host. As for today, you can host VMs with up to 4 terabytes of memory. As you know, memory is one of the key factors that you will look at when it comes to deploy SAP infrastructure, right? So this is available to you as a customer today. Not only that, we've already announced a very aggressive roadmap to go well beyond 4 terabytes. We've already announced that by Q2 2019, we will offer 12 terabytes VMs, and a little bit later, 18 terabytes VM. Now, the way in which we do this is also pretty unique because all of these VMs will always be virtualized. And this is something pretty unique in the market. By us only offering virtual machines architectures, you can get the same consistent experience, the same consistent benefits. You will have the ability to scale up and down your infrastructure. You will have the ability to create custom site VMs, which is something pretty unique that Google offers. So a very dynamic infrastructure. Also, if you had to go beyond that memory, beyond that size, as for today, you could go with scale-out topologies. For instance, the 4 terabyte VM that we offer also has up to 160 CPU cores, and you could go with up to 16 nodes, right? All these nodes are connected with a high-performance network that provides almost no latency in the same zone. Now, we've talked about how SAP and Google are joining forces to bring innovation to your organization. The good news is not only us working together. We're also innovating with Intel to bring innovation all the way down from hardware to the business applications. This is something that we've announced around 1 month ago. We are working together with Intel, with SAP, to bring the next generation of virtual machines based on the next generation of Intel chips, what is called Intel Optane. Now, these VMs will be based on what is called non-volatile memory, which will be attached directly to the DDR slots. Now, what this means is that to your business, if something happens and you or we have to reboot your service, the startup time will be much more quickly. This technology will also bring significant lower cost. As you may well know, at some point, the DRAM becomes expensive because the density that you can achieve with the DRAM reaches a point in which it doesn't become cost effective. With non-volatile memory, we will offer you higher capacity, more memory servers, at a much lower cost. This is something that we announced, and again, it will become available to you hopefully quite soon. Security. This is an area in which Google, since the beginning, since Google was born, have invested massive amount of resources. So we are going to talk about our security in-depth strategy, some of the security capabilities that you, as a Google Cloud user, have access to, and last but not least, data custodian, which is a unique innovation that Google and SAP are building together. So you have full visibility of what happens with your data in Google Cloud. Security layers, in-depth security. This is how Google approaches security across all of our services. Surely Google Cloud, right? It is a tightly integrated strategy from the very bottom on the stack, being hardware, all the way up to how you use the services, all the way up to operations, including surely how the servers are booted, the operating system, and storage. There is a lot of information out there about how Google does it. But if you have some time, if security is a concern for you, I would strongly recommend to do some research because this is truly state-of-the-art security. That approach also enables us to achieve industry certifications around security compliance. We've achieved several ISO certifications. We've also achieved several local regulations in local markets, and also some industry certifications in specific industries like healthcare, HIPAA, for instance, or payments as well. Now, it also means that this secure infrastructure, highly scalable infrastructure, allows us to offer you unique resilience and disaster recovery capabilities. You won't have to anymore create and pay for expensive DR sites. Google Cloud provides fantastic capabilities that will allow you to achieve better availability at a better price point. Now, we've talked about the global nature of our services, but very often I get asked, that's great, but would I have control of where my data, where my services reside? And the answer is yes, of course. You as a Google Cloud user can benefit from our global network, but you also have full control of where your data, where your services will reside. You can define who has access to your services from an authentication point of view, from a networking point of view, and you can define and implement multiple tiers of protection. This also means that you will be in a great position to achieve industry data compliance programs, right? Now, one of the services that we are building together that can help you to achieve that set of requirements around compliance in the cloud is twofold. Google Cloud offers what is called Access Transparency APIs. This is something unique that we do that provides you total visibility on who is accessing your data in Google Cloud. Let's imagine that for whatever event, some Google operators will have to have access to your data. This will get exposed through the Access Transparency APIs. Total control. Now, what we've heard is that some customers really want more granular information. For them, trust on us means transparency. And we are working together with SAP, who is building what is called Data Custodian. Data Custodian is a SaaS solution that SAP offers that is tightly integrated with Google Cloud, and it provides an unprecedented level of detail of how your data is being accessed, by whom, where, and when on Google Cloud. Again, we believe that this is a truly differentiator between what we do and what others are offering in the market. These are both engineering teams working together to bring unique solutions for enterprises that will enable you to adopt cloud services. Now, we've talked about infrastructure, we've talked about security, but what we also consistently heard from customers is that they are deeply worried about productivity. They want to embrace their employees to become more productive. So to that end, we are also building, some of them are already available, integrations between the ACP product suite, Concur, SAP Anywhere, Cloud for Customer, and G Suite products. A good example of them is an add-on that is already available that allows you to export SAP data from the SAP GUI to Google Sheets. This capability enables your information workers to analyze, visualize the data in the way they know, and always in a secure manner, applying common policies around who accesses the data. How does that work? Well, the other third point of this partnership around productivity is the tight integration between ACP Cloud Identity and G Suite authentication capabilities that allows ACP users and G Suite users to have a single sign-on experience. Same user, same password, no duplication. Good. Productivity. As I've said before, one of the key strengths of Google and Google Cloud is our data capabilities. This is a great complement to what ACP does in this space, right? This means for you that you could host your data analytics, ACP data analytics capabilities, being business objects, for instance. But it also means that you can join both services to get value from your data. A very good example of that is the native integration that we've built between SAP HANA and BigQuery. For those who don't know, BigQuery is state-of-the-art serverless data warehouse that provides a no-ops experience. It scales up to petabytes, way beyond petabytes. And everything that you do is pay as you go. You don't have to care about servers. You don't have to care about memory. You only have to care about how you can get value from your data. And the good news about it is that you now can join both BigQuery and your ACP capabilities. We'll drill down into what this means. Let's talk about it, right? So what we consistently hear from ACP customers who are also GCP customers is we love the power of SAP HANA. We love the performance that it brings to us. But at the same time, it is also difficult to get value from our complete data set. Data continuously grows, exponentially grows, and some customers are thinking about what is the most effective way to get cohesive end-to-end view of their data in a cost-effective manner. To that end, we enable SAP customers to apply a dynamic tiering approach by which you can keep your hot data into SAP HANA. That's how you can get the best performance. But also export some of your warm or cold data into BigQuery and get a united joint view of all of your data at the same time. Exporting your data is very easy. You can use the services that you know, SAP Data Services, Data Hub, for instance, or you could also use one of our services, Cloud Data Flow. But moving data back and forth once your infrastructure is on GCP, it is very easy. How does that work? It sounds like magic, right? And to some extent, it's actually like magic. So we leverage one technology called Smart Data Access that allows you to federate your queries from SAP HANA to Google Cloud to Google BigQuery. This means that you as a HANA user, you use the tools that you love and know, but you get the benefits of a petabyte scale serverless data warehouse like BigQuery. How does that work? When you submit a query to SAP HANA, Smart Data Access also detects what datasets are in BigQuery, and it sends that query to BigQuery. BigQuery then processes that query, brings back the results, and only the results are sent back to SAP HANA. Again, this means that in a very effective manner, you can get value from very large datasets, and yet have the fantastic performance experience that SAP HANA brings to you. Another very interesting example that we've seen customers adopting is SAP Hybris, right? A kind of canonical journey will be you move your infrastructure, SAP Hybris to Google Cloud, and as soon as you do that, you will be in a fantastic position to enrich your datasets with external data. Might be AdWords, might be DoubleClick, might be YouTube. Put all that data into BigQuery and get a 360 view of your customer. Again, benefiting from the cloud economics that BigQuery brings to you, again, using what you love about SAP. Good, we've talked about one of our key strengths is machine learning, right? Let's drill down into what this means. Right, it means that the Google Cloud machine learning and artificial intelligence services are available to you, right? It is a very comprehensive platform to train your custom models all the way up, to use state-of-the-art hardware like the cloud GPUs that we use, or even better, the cloud TPUs that we offer. The cloud TPUs that we offer are custom-built hardware to actually bring the best performance to train and infer and deliver your models, right? It brings amazing compute capacity at an amazing price point. It also means that you can leverage the APIs, artificial intelligence APIs, that are ready for you to use without actually having to be a data scientist. Bring capabilities around computer, around language processing, and around conversations. And all this innovation is available to you as soon as you move to Google Cloud. This is a great example of one of those solutions that one of our partners have built. This is a great example of how Google and SAP and a partner working together can bring unique value to you. This is a solution that allows to completely digitalize the process of invoice processing, right? It means that you can take your invoices, scan, take a picture, and this solution allows you to automatically detect the text into those bills and actually put the data in your SAP instances at unique accuracy, right? Some initial tests tell us that that accuracy is in the range of 90% accuracy. Imagine all the benefits that this could bring to you, all the people that you have allocated to just do that, to just input data into SAP. You can shift those resources to actually innovation, to do customer-facing activities. This is great. I hope that you find this interesting. Now, the 1 million question is, how do you start? How would you do that? How would you get there, right? I would say that there are multiple ways to get there. depending on your business goals. Some organizations really acknowledge the fact that digitalization is, if anything, only accelerating. They are under massive pressure to drive faster innovation, to accelerate. So those companies typically will start with the high-value scenarios like migration or greenfield deployments, even though it might take a little bit longer to start realizing the value of SAP and Google Cloud. And the only reason why it might take a little bit longer is because, as we mentioned, SAP is a mission-critical system, and you have to be careful about how you approach that migration. Some other customers prefer to start quickly, start realizing value immediately, and then decide what is next. That will mean that you could start with non-production environments. A no-brainer scenario, low-hanging fruit, might be start deploying your dev and test environments into Google Cloud dynamic infrastructure. No upfront cost, you just pay as you go. You can create as many dev and test environments as you need, and when you don't need them, you just shut them down. Another good example to start with, while minimizing risk, will be to approach disaster recovery as a service. That will mean that you don't have to create a secondary data center to bring value, a great SLA to your customers. You will just use Google Cloud in a hybrid architecture to use Google Cloud as a DR site. So your SAP environment will stay on-premise, but your DR site will be cloud. In the case of a major event, you can scale up your infrastructure and then serve your SAP infrastructure from Google Cloud. The other quick way to start is a proof of concept. Identify a small instance, identify a short timeline, let's say 2-4 weeks, prove that Google Cloud is the right platform for you, and then from there, move forward. Right, this might sound like a daunting journey, but I have to tell you, it is not. If you have the right partners and the right tools, this can be a fantastic journey. One of those partners, one of those tools is something that we offer, Velostrata. It's a company that Google acquired around 3 months ago. Velostrata is a purpose-built, enterprise-grade VM migration service. It is available to you as Google Cloud customer at no cost. It allows you to seamlessly and transparently migrate from on-prem virtualized environments to Google Cloud, even from other clouds like AWS to Google Cloud. This is something that our customers have been using for quite some time at large scale. It really allows you to de-risk the project of migrating to Google Cloud while actually doing it much more quickly. I can tell you that up to 5 times more quickly. In the following webcast, we'll talk about many more details of how this works. But I want to stress that customers from different industries, highly regulated industries like healthcare, like government, like energy and manufacturing, are already using Velostrata and Google Cloud. Now, hopefully, we've talked about the benefits that you can get. But it only gets better because not only we enable you to achieve faster innovation and bring more value to your customers, but we also help you to achieve industry-leading cost of ownership. How do we do that? Everything that we offer in Google Cloud is pay-as-you-go. As an example, the compute service that we offer is based on per-second billing. You need a virtual machine for 30 seconds, you use it, you shut it down, you only pay for those 30 seconds. It means that you don't have to pay for anything upfront, no CapEx. It also means that there are no termination fees. You are not happy with it, fine, you shut it down. Hopefully that won't happen, but in the case it happens, you won't have to pay for termination fees. We also in Google offer a unique thing called sustained use discounts, which means that we incentivize customers that are loyal customers. The more you use in Google Cloud, the cheaper it gets. We also offer some unique capabilities that allows you to inspect your deployments, the infrastructure that you've deployed on Google Cloud, understand the utilization, and actually rationalize it or optimize it, so you really get the most of the resources that you've deployed. Also, for the customers that really have built the trust in Google Cloud, and they are ready to commit for the long term because they also want to benefit from the very best economics. There is also the possibility of achieve better economics, even better economics, with what we call committed use discounts. So again, extremely flexible model. What we consistently hear from SAP customers and Google Cloud customers is that this model brings unprecedented flexibility to them, and it enables them to actually innovate and try new things out. If you think about how you would deploy SAP environments, you have to think about these key dimensions: what memory you need, what compute capacity you need, what storage you need, and the performance of the storage that you need, and then the network. Fairly easy, right? 4 key dimensions. Now, let's say that you've understood the model, you know how much it will cost you, you like it, you try it. How would be the journey? How would you manage your services in Google Cloud? As you know, Google Cloud Infrastructure offers a shared mode responsibility, which means that we manage the underlying hardware, we expose the APIs to you, but then after that, you are in charge of managing the virtualized infrastructure, the virtualized compute, and networking. On top of that, you will also have to manage your ACP applications. And some customers are totally fine with that, but some customers have also come to us and have said, I would like someone to do this for me. And for those customers, we also have strong partnerships with large system integrators that do exactly that. They work with us to provide a fully managed experience. And on the right-hand side, we see some of the great examples of the management capabilities that Google Cloud offers for those who want to manage their infrastructure. You see the Google Cloud Console, which is a single pane of glass in which you can see how your services are behaving, no matter what Google Cloud service we talk about, whether it's compute, storage, networking, big data. You can have a single pane of glass in the console. Even better, we've built some tight integrations between ACP and Google Cloud Infrastructure. Those integrations get exposed on what is called Google Stack Driver. Google Stack Driver is a performance management service that we offer. With Google Stack Driver, you can have in-depth information on how your ACP environment is performing on Google Cloud. How do we do that? Because we continuously track and monitor the key metrics that ACP cares about. And all that information gets surfaced to you as a customer. With that, I really want to stress, and I also remind you that this partnership has been in place for quite some time. We already have customers working with us. Even better, today we are going to have the privilege of having and hosting 2 customers of us, iGuzzini and Delonghi, who will talk about the journey. Thank you very much for your time. Again, to recap, 3 things that we see customers doing with us and ACP. First and foremost, think about how you can modernize your ACP hosting infrastructure. With Google Cloud, you can achieve better economics, you can achieve more dynamic, reliable, and secure platform. As you do so, you will be in a privileged position to start thinking about how you can get more value from your data, how you can innovate quickly. Right? Thank you very much for your time today. I really appreciate your time. We hope that this has been useful to you. Please submit your questions. We would love to hear from you. You will also receive an email that will ask for you to provide feedback. We would love to hear from you. With that, I hand over to OnAir, who is going to interview our beloved customers, iGuzzini and Delonghi. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to the OnAir webinar for SAP on GCP. I'm joined here today by Mario from iGuzzini and Daniele from Delonghi, who have travelled in especially today from Italy to talk to us about their experiences running SAP on GCP. So Daniele, can you introduce yourself and tell us a bit about your company and what you do?
Yes, I'm Daniele De Marco. I work as a web system manager for Delonghi Group, and I've been working there for over 6 years. Delonghi Group is an Italian global manufacturing company. It was founded in 1902 by the Delonghi family, and historically we've been known as makers of portable air conditioners and heaters. But throughout the years we have expanded to pretty much every small domestic appliance, including coffee makers, kitchen machines, and ironing. At the moment, the company counts over 8,000 employees, and we have over 33 subsidiaries all around the world.
And Mario?
Mi chiamo Mario Carrelli, sono il CIO della iGuzzini Illuminazioni, lavoro in Guzzini da più di 10 anni. Guzzini produce prodotti di illuminazione. Con questi prodotti realizziamo progetti illuminotecnici in svariati ambiti e in diverse parti del mondo. La iGuzzini Illuminazione ha 3 sedi produttive e circa 20 sedi commerciali in tutte nelle parti del mondo. Il fatturato consolidato è di circa 232 milioni di euro. Di questi 232 milioni l'80% viene fatturato all'estero e il 20% in Italia.
And what were the key business challenges that led you to the cloud?
La trasformazione digitale per i Guzzini Illuminazione è partita passando dal passaggio del nostro ERP on-premise in cloud. E da questa esperienza abbiamo capito che sostanzialmente l'innovazione per la iGuzzini Illuminazione si fonda su 3 pilastri. Il primo pilastro è l'experience, cioè i processi. Quindi migliorare i processi, mettere al centro di tutti i processi il cliente, quindi creare una customer experience. Il secondo pilastro è quello che abbiamo denominato solution, e cioè tecnologie, quindi creare tecnologie abilitanti alla customer experience, e Google è una di queste. Il terzo pilastro sono le persone, quindi coinvolgere le persone sia interne che esterne per apportare innovazione.
And why specifically Google Cloud?
Uno degli aspetti fondamentali è sicuramente la velocità del provisioning. Un altro aspetto da non sottovalutare, anzi veramente importante, è la sicurezza. Questa sicurezza del dato che Google la rappresenta su una struttura a più livelli e con la possibilità di un tracciamento del dato soprattutto in ambienti ibridi. Un altro aspetto molto importante sono i servizi di machine learning che servono a raccogliere e interpretare i dati che provengono dall'ERP. E quindi questa partnership tra Google e SAP proprio in quest'ambito è sicuramente fondamentale. Aspetto importante anche sono i benefit economici e la semplicità di utilizzo.
And Daniele, the same for you, what were your business challenges and why did you pick Google?
Where having SAP on premises and having to expose its data on the outside is not easy. But it's worth to mention that our company joined Google Apps for Business, which is now known as G Suite, back in 2014. We've been one of the pioneers, and ever since then we're starting using G Suite as our own identity management system, meaning that all of our employees have a Google account. They're using it every day to collaborate together on the G Suite products. And at some point, they expect to be able to also access other processes, including SAP. So the question is, how do we make those two worlds, Google and SAP, connect to each other? And the answer is Google Cloud Platform.
And specifically the benefits that you've seen?
Well, I mean, as you can imagine, being already in Google helped us a lot because our legal office spent a lot of time, making sure that the product was, compliant with local legislation, things like GDPR and such. And then there is also a cost ratio benefit that, compared to other vendors, is actually very good. So.
Okay, thank you. And Mario, can you tell us which SAP applications you've put on GCP?
Per adesso abbiamo soltanto SAP for HANA.
Mm-hmm. And what are the key benefits that you've seen since you've been running on GCP?
Noi andremo live con la prima country ad aprile del 2019, ma già d'ora siamo riusciti a evidenziare, a capire quali possono essere i benefit. Sicuramente un primo benefit è la riduzione dei costi, di circa un 30% come media tra CAPEX e OPEX. Un miglioramento, un aumento delle prestazioni e soprattutto un altro aspetto molto importante è l'aver migliorato il lavoro collaborativo dei dipendenti. Non per ultimo aver semplificato anche il piano di disaster recovery.
Mm-hmm. And Daniele, can you describe how you're using GCP to extend the native capabilities of your SAP applications?
Previously, I mentioned that we had to connect two systems, which are Google and SAP.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we do this is by creating an interface that relies on a variety of tools that Google Cloud Platform provides. The first one, and the most important one, is Google App Engine, both the standard and the flexible version, which allows us to create a web interface, which on top of it, we use identity-aware proxy. Why? Well, because, as I said, all of our users are on G Suite, and identity-aware proxy allows us to block our applications to be accessed only by Delonghi Group employees. And we can also, make further permission roles based on groups, organizational units, all things that we already have in G Suite. Mm-hmm. As you can imagine, we're also using many other tools specifically for the backend. We're using Google Cloud SQL and Google Cloud Data Store when it comes to dynamic content, both for relational databases and non-relational database. And of course, when it comes to static content, we use a Google Cloud Storage. Mm-hmm. Then, as you can imagine, this interface connects to our SAP on-premises, which is located in our headquarters in Italy. We have, of course, all the security needed with firewalls, reverse proxy, and such. And then inside, we have a SAP Network Gateway, which gets all the requests that are coming to read, update, synchronize data with Google, and then it forwards those requests to the correct SAP server.
Mm-hmm. And what have been the key benefits of those capabilities that you've extended there?
Well, as I mentioned, our user have a Google account, and they expect to use this Google account wherever they are, whenever they could go, and also wherever they're using, because they use the Google account to access their documents, their email, and the next question is, can I use my Google account to access SAP information? The answer, of course, is yes. And in terms of benefits, user experience for us is really important. It's not directly measurable, but you can see it every day. Mm-hmm. For example, when it comes to approval workflows and things like this, we've seen a huge improvement in terms of time. Processes that back in the past, took weeks, if not months, to be completed, now we're just talking about days.
Mm-hmm. That's great. And Mario, can you tell us about what the implementation process was for getting SAP on GCP?
Noi abbiamo scelto due partner, TechAge per la parte SAP e Innext per la parte Google. La scelta di questi partner si è basata sostanzialmente sull'approfondimento delle loro competenze e sulla copertura geografica. Questi implementatori qualificati ci hanno accompagnato in questo viaggio all'interno del mondo SAP e del mondo Google, ci hanno accompagnato semplificandoci un po' la vita, ma rimanendo sempre attenti alle nostre esigenze.
Mm-hmm. And Daniele, do you have any future plans for SAP and GCP?
We absolutely do. So far we've integrated so many processes, and we're looking forward to integrate even more and to use as many Google products as possible. It's also worth to mention when we're talking about products that we also started to use Compute Engine to actually host SAP servers whenever the need arises. For example, there are situations where you need to use GCP as an accelerator because you need to launch an SAP system in weeks. On GCP, you can actually do that. So we're looking forward also to try this solution, again, when it comes to short-term servers or development servers.
Mm-hmm. And finally, what advice would you have for our viewers who might be thinking about implementing SAP on GCP?
I think the key word here is experiment. Google Cloud Platform is big, has many tools, and some of those tools, when you first look at them, you're like, how can I use this with SAP? Maybe the answer is not straightforward, but when you look at business processes, the answer is actually right there. So again, experiment with all the tools. Also because I believe that GCP is a mature platform.
Fantastic. Well, Mario and Daniele, thank you so much for joining us today on the OnAir webinar. If you'd like to continue the conversation, there are options on the platform to select how you'd like us to communicate with you. There'll also be an option in the follow-up email. Thank you and goodbye for now.